a People magazine article on us that does address this. That link is in our website. But some of my children battle incontinence because of their fetal alcohol syndrome, and so we have to get them Depends because they no longer fit in pull-ups. So yes, if you've ever seen these in my cart, that is why. Developmental regression and delays is very common with kids with fetal alcohol syndrome. So definitely check out that article if you want to know more.
Alicia addressed this after someone thought the Depends were for her husband. She made sure no one thought they were for Josh, but didn't care to disclose this information about her children.
I wanted to share an update of and Josh's relationship. We adopted 1 year ago from residential treatment facility. She had a lifetime of being mistreated by every male in her life, and that got transferred onto my husband, Josh. She believes that, he is going to mistreat her, which he does not, but she takes out her anger on her past on to him. Now, patience of a saint, he just endures it. And his new thing, anytime she starts being defiant and angry with him, is he asks her if she wants to dance.
What's one example of something the system could have done better, without giving away any of the kids' personal information if possible?
The most tragic thing that happened to one of our children that we adopted from foster care is that they were taken from their home as a toddler for suspected physical abuse. He then spent 4 years in an abusive and neglectful foster home. His biological mom kept telling the workers, "Why does he have bruises all over him?" 4 years of added abuse at the hands of the system, who is supposed to protect him. His PTSD score is double the score you need for a qualifying diagnosis. 8 years later, and he still flinches if we move too fast near him, like we're going to hit him. The system needs to wake up and pay attention. Trust their gut and protect these kids. So for a lot of the kids that we've cared for in foster care, they have the combination of bipolar genetics, trauma and neglect, alcohol and drug use in utero, which has caused brain damage, low IQ, executive functioning issues, cognitive issues, developmental delays, and then you add in multiple removals from homes. These kids don't know whether they're coming or going anymore. They're locked in fight, flight, or freeze. The specific behaviors that we've dealt with because of this are explosive rage, such as screaming, crying, and breaking things for hours every day, lying, stealing, food hoarding, food binging, attempting to attach to people in the community, such as teachers, so that they have a backup parent because they think that we'll get rid of them, poor hygiene, and low self-esteem. But every day is a new day.
Have all of your foster kids have a disability?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. I grew up with my oldest brother having schizoaffective disorder. It's a cross between schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Genetically, a lot of the foster kids that we've had have had bipolar disorder or similar behavior issues. There are a lot of foster homes that don't know how to handle this. And that's when kids start bouncing through foster homes. Now for me, I'm not even fazed by it. Bipolar manic, I get it. Schizophrenia-like anxiety, I understand it. Massive raging and screaming for 4 hours, doesn't even bother me. I'm not gonna lie, we have been in the trenches with Rad. Like, nearing the end of our marriage, nearing the end of our sanity, didn't know what to do. Doesn't even bother me.
Today's adventure? Allergy testing for Team Double Trouble. The initial skin scratch panel didn't give us any answers as to why they need 3 allergy meds and an inhaler daily to be able to breathe clearly. My guess is their mom's chain smoking destroyed their 31-weeker preemie lungs. So now I will continue to live like I run a pharmacy, and the doctor said in a year we can see if they'd be good candidates for allergy shots.
This is a message to everyone spamming me that I should not have adopted black children because I am white. One day we got a call asking if we could take foster care placement of twin baby boys. Every other foster family had said no. They were malnourished, had special needs, and one of them had second and third degree burns. They spent years trying to find a biological family that could take them. Everyone said no, or wasn't qualified to meet their extensive needs. 3 years later the twins' case moved to adoption. Their biological mom requested they be adopted by a black family. They searched for an adoptive family that was black. They all said no, they all said no. Blank came to our family from a residential treatment facility with a list of behaviors so long our school district couldn't accept her to an in-district placement. No school would. Alicia revealed the child's school name in this photo. This is not the first time.
I could have sworn I saw a security camera. May I respectfully ask why it's there?
Yes, that is a MeShare security camera. We have them all throughout the inside and outside of our home, except the bathrooms, so that helps us to keep it in regulation standards since the children change in the bathrooms. Many foster families have found the need for these security cameras since some common behaviors of foster children can be lying, stealing, and physical aggression. Not all foster children, but this can be a common theme. These cameras help us to keep accountability for our children's actions. Say if they steal something and say they didn't steal it, we can just watch back the footage and find out what happened. We specifically put these cameras in before one of our placements came with a sexual history. We wanted to make sure that we had 24/7 monitoring in our house so that all of our children were safe at all times. Thanks.